I'm excited for you to meet some of the people in this support group. They have been through some of the same things you have been through with your ex-husband.
I really need something like this. Let's go check it out.
Let's go check it out. Yeah, come on.
Hi, come on in. We're just about to watch a video from the state of Maryland's Address Confidentiality program. And for survivors like you, it could be life-changing.
It started with a punch while I was asleep one evening. And then everything went downhill from there. It never got better, it always got worse.
Imagine fearing for your life, for your children's lives. So much you won't show your face or share your real name. That's the fear of a woman who asked to be called Faith. When her ex put a knife to her throat in front of her children, Faith decided she had to get out of this marriage.
For me, that was the turning point, because I said, that someone's going to get killed.
Faith got a protective order and started divorce proceedings, but the terror continued.
I had a 5-bedroom house. I had over 4,000 square feet, and yet I slept on a couch in the family room facing the front door. And so that was my small way of trying to protect myself and my children as we slept at night. And that's what I did for about a year.
Faith thought the courts would be her salvation.
His parental rights were ultimately terminated to all 3 of our children. And so that's where we stand today. He never did any jail time.
And because he knew her address, Faith made the decision to move across the country to flee her abuser. That's when she learned about Maryland's Safe at Home Address Confidentiality Program, ACP for short.
ACP is a legislated mail forwarding service administered by the Secretary of State since 2006. And now even more people are eligible. It allows survivors of threatened, attempted, and actual domestic violence, sexual assault, stalking, harassment, human trafficking, to use a substitute legal address in place of their actual address when doing business with state and local government agencies and private businesses to keep their abuser from finding them.
And that's the one thing I was most worried about for me and my kids. How am I going to buy a house and keep my address off the deed?
Yeah, it's so true. I was even afraid to get cable at my house.
And what if you get pulled over by the police or have to go to court?
Your address would just be out there.
Mm-hmm. Very true. Let's watch more of the video.
Participants should keep their ACP card with them at all times to notify anyone inquiring about their address. This confirms that they are enrolled in the ACP.
Why are you handing me this card?
Well, that's my, I participate in the Address Confidentiality program for my safety. So that's my authorization card, and it has my legal substitute address.
Okay, thank you. Just stay in your vehicle, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Here is your citation, but I did use your substitute address for the citation.
Okay,
all right,
thank you.
You're free to go.
All right.
The ACP card must be presented to all state and local government agencies, private companies, and individuals who may need the participant's address.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Here to register my daughter for school.
Sure, I'll need to see your ID, please.
Okay.
Hello, this is Joanna from Woodhill Elementary School, and one of your ACP participants is here registering her child for school. And we need a zoning letter, please.
The dream of home ownership now a real possibility for Faith and other survivors who can once again live life.
I'm very comfortable being outside of my home on my property, doing my gardening. I'm comfortable walking to my mailbox and getting my mail. I'm comfortable taking a walk in the neighborhood if I want to. I'm comfortable getting to know my neighbors, and that's a marked change in my life.
So my takeaway is with ACP, I'll be able to buy a house and keep my address off the deed.
So I'll be able to vote as an absentee voter.
With the substitute address.
Plus, survivors need to remember not to use their real address with the Motor Vehicle Administration. They need to use the substitute address when they apply for a driver's license and a state ID card.
Since ACP started, it has protected the addresses of more than 3,600 people many different professions, all types of relationships and situations, and it continues to grow.
You'll be able to get on with your life.
This sounds like just what I need to finally feel safe at home.